I'm Bonnie Addario, very lucky 8-year lung cancer survivor. The story here is there was no molecular testing 8 years ago. It took a long time to get a diagnosis, but they found this tumor that was on my heart. Everybody said, there's nothing we can do for her. So luckily, I found a doctor at UCSF, an amazing thoracic surgeon. I also had an oncologist at Sequoia Hospital down here. And together, they sat me down and told me that good news, bad news. Good news is we can operate. The bad news is you're going to die one way or another, and the surgery is really ugly, and you may not make it off the table. So of course I said, let's go, because the option B wasn't an option. I had the surgery, and then I started investigating lung cancer. And I had never really put two and two together, but my mom had a brother and a sister that both died of lung cancer. My mom, interestingly enough, was diagnosed after I was and subsequently passed away. So that led me into really researching this disease. I found out in very short order that the 15% survival rate for lung cancer has been the same for 45 years. That number has not budged at all. So I decided I was going to start a foundation and do something about it. The first foundation we started works on patient care, teaches patients, educates patients. Then we started a second foundation where we're actually doing our own research. 80% of cancer patients are seen in the community environment, but this molecular testing is not being offered on a regular basis to patients. When a carpenter leaves his home to go build a home or a building or what have you, he brings his toolbox with him. An oncologist should also never start treating a patient without a full toolbox. We need to work very, very hard on making sure that oncology groups in private practice add molecular testing to their toolbox. Molecular testing is the key to the future. We are on the verge of cancer being chronically managed worldwide. And this is why what's happening with Cancer Commons is so important. We're going to have to start with the patient and drive it up from the patient asking, are you going to do a biopsy, and are you going to do deep gene sequencing on my tumor, because I want to know exactly what the best treatment for me is.